Hello and welcome to the Galatic Grand Prix 5 event. First up today will be the Miniprix. For all those who are unaware, the Miniprix is 3 races of random tracks. At least 20 will go out in each track, so there should be, of all things to go, according to about 40 at the end. 3 races, points difference are very different. It goes 100 and then all the way down by a singular point. As it's only a Miniprix, this is going to be seen as the first of the event. As we go through this beautiful start, waiting for other people to join into the room. We're just waiting now for everybody else to jump in, and we're going to get on with some beautiful racing. Let's hope we can actually have some good times. As we wait for everybody else just to get through. Hopefully there's some advertisement words that need to actually not be viewed, because I am hopefully not having a nightmare here with a few people. Just a quick refresh of the stream. We're very close to starting now. As we're going now. Oop, look, that's not right. Unfortunately, Narrowcast is on the blockage of a. Unfortunately, Narrowcast is having a moment with the advertisement wall. Also, problems here with the other side. So as we jump into the race, we got Missa on one side, and we got another side. Alright, down at the bottom right is yours, Orpheus, Bowser, and Nida. Yours, of course, is the spectator, so jumps out, crashes out immediately. How we go through again. Nag is also doing the Japanese side. So those two are also not racing. Everybody the Japanese side of it. So this will actually just be a 5-point stream viewpoint. Those are going through now the opening night. We've got Nido, who's already got a Skyway. We've also got Missa, who's also got the Skyway. Bowser's just trying to find a way to get themselves back in. So 3... That's gone. So just the 2 racers will be eliminated. Looks like it will be CPUs, since we didn't get a full lobby. We've got many riders going in for a Skyway. It is possible on Fire City, which is a glitch track, to be able to do this track without using the pit area. But in the race at this point, the risk is certainly not worth taking. We're to go to the end of the second. I'm using the Skyway at the end of the start and finish straight to try and skip the hairpins. Has done exactly that. Would it be enough for another Skyway? We don't know. But it's getting tight in that part. Also, other people are using it too. Nida is in trouble, but it looks like I've got the Skyway. Loads of others behind have got Skyway. So lap 3, 85 will only be able to live. Nida is in trouble here. Skyway comes out. Nida's in rank out zone. Still in rank out zone. Just about living that lap, but it's still in trouble. Can they get the cut? Yes, they get the cut of the hairpin. Mr. Actually going, not using the energy route, trying to get some sparks at the end. Yeah, got the sparks. Good tactic there from Missa. Using the fireball. The Japanese are ahead at the moment. Japanese gameplay are ahead. Missa getting through the 8th. Nairakav going in 10th. Orpheus 47th. 5th for Bowser and 12th for Nida. So, very strong beginnings for everybody there. I need to change the music here for what will be the next track. So, Mirror City is done. So, Ed City. Oh, it was Edward who won the first event. Edward wins round 1. And Nagos second, ahead of Japanese. Yazo also getting third. We are now moving on to Big Blue. Big Blue will be next. Need to change the music though. So we're going on to Big Blue 2, one of the newer additions of the track, and one of the new additions here based on the ace lead, based on the television of the mid 1990s. Now into FZero 99. Remember, 75 at the end of the first set. Nyocap is just in 74th place. Is actually aiming to try and get Skyway. Needs to try and aim for Skyway. This is already towards the front. Orpheus is also thereabouts. Nida's in trouble already in the Blue Falcon. And you could just tell that because the rank out, they need to get a Skyway here. They've just got that. Oh my goodness me, Nyocap pushing it to the limit. It's still too far. And they just about lived it. That was too close for the Swede. But they hasn't really got themselves into any more safety. Still in danger of ranking out here. Nida's also in the same boat. Misses towards the front. Bowser's in the mid pack. Still not a bad place to be. It's not the safest place to be, but it's a lot better than other ones. Oh no, he's hitting a red. This is going. It will just survive that lap. It will just survive. Nida's also just surviving. 65 can only survive the third lap now. Nyocap going for the gold bumper. It's actually putting themselves in the danger of ranking out. Great machines, by the way, will get a little bit of energy boost to the player. Increase the energy bar, but it won't give them a full. Won't give them a full version of the energy. No, then looks like everything's just buffered. Everything's just buffered up. Not good. We can't see what's going on. Load up, back up. Come on. Not good. We jumped onto the fourth lap. All players survived, luckily. Mr. 4th, Nida 13th, 27 for Bowser, 46 for Orpheus, and 14 for Nida. Not ideal, but we all survived. Everybody is surviving this one. Teddy Matt was taking the honours ahead of Dylan this time round. Did we lose any notables in this race? We'll soon find out. It's possible that we lost Ed in that race. As we go to Sandstorm. So here we go for the final round. We're actually down to 59 people here, but it doesn't change the fact that you still need to be above 55th at the end of the first lap to survive. Nyocap not going for the mine site, instead just going for the sparks, trying to keep themselves safe. Remember, 55 and above, and you'll be all right. And Nyocap's already in trouble. We can't tell the energy meter because I haven't got anything there. Currently, the Japanese are shooting off into the distance in the Blue Falcons and the Golden Foxes. Misters waiting to get a Skyway at the end of the opening lap. The full bar has been in progress. Bowser's in trouble, but not enough for a Skyway. Nyocap also hasn't got enough for a Skyway, but look at the much energy they haven't got left here. We've lost Bowser. Bowser's ranked out at the end of the first lap. So, Bowser is out. 50 now have to survive the second lap. So Bowser, unfortunately, is out for the count. Nida is still up there. Nyocap shot himself up into the top 10. Mr. is down in the high 40s here, but it does look like Mr. is biding his time. Everybody is surviving this lap in terms of the P.O.V.S. Orpheus, however, is in trouble. They're stuck above 45th. They're in 48th by now. Now they decided to use the Skyway. Mr. actually running low on the energy side, but it looks as though Mr. is just planning this. Waiting for a Skyway. Oh, Nairo! No! No, it's had a disaster on the final lap. On that lap, and he too is out. So Mr. is getting on now with the Skyway just as planned. Doesn't get a yeet. Is in still a little bit of problems. Nyocap to return as a lucky bumper. Any lucky people going to have a go around the last part? No, doesn't look like it. 8th eventually goes to Mr. 12th for Orpheus, and Nida gets 23rd. We're just having a look at the replay right now. What happened with Nyocap as he's just trying to figure out what had happened to him. Can't really tell too well here, because Flan and Yosh both crashed out of the race, just to give you P.O.V.S. Mr. taking third. So Cybon taking it in the Stingray ahead of Nag, Mr. Colt, Japan, Yazo, Climate, Nida, Shelius, and Dylan as your top 10 for the first round. Woo, pretty hectic start to this one. That's all I can say on the matter. Currently time, we have 10 more minutes until we jump into the next one. So 10 minutes until we go on to the next event. This is Captain JJ here. We're looking forward to some fabulous events as we carry on like this. Honestly, this is going to be a situation that is going to be problematic. So let's have a look at the GP proof point. So, Cybon taking the opening honours ahead of Nag, Mr. Cult, I can't read Japanese, Yazo, Climate, Nida, Shelius, Dylan, and more Japanese in the top 11. So some good performances all around. Many people are working up early for this event, especially those in the USA side. And now we're just going to wait through to see what the other results will be. This is going to be a promising event, I can assure you. Yosh is just currently looking through the time zones and seeing what positions they were. It's a bit too small for my readability, but we will be keeping you updated on FZero Discord TV. Next up is the Night League. Not mirrored, this is all bog standard cups. And it will be private as well. Or is it Queen, as they showed on Nag's side? It is actually supposed to. It is supposed to be night. It is actually. Ooh, we've a bit lied on that one. So let's have a look very quickly and see what's going on the event side. Next up is on the Origins side. We are looking for. Next up, ladies and gentlemen, will be Queen. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Galatic Grand Prix 5. We are now moving on to the Night League on the Masterclass. Captain JJ is here for the P.O.V.S of streams and the LCD leagues. So, we are here again for the Night League, which is Mute City, Big Blue, Sand Ocean, Deathwind, and Silence. 99 of the finest races will be jumping in on the Masterclass. We will now be jumping into the... Let's start right away. But first of all, let's see what we got on the streaming side. If I can actually find it, that would be fine. So first off, let's have a look what's going on. As we have a look right now, you got on the top left is Nag with the Japanese P.O.V. Nairo Calf, bottom left with his P.O.V. Mr. on the right, top right, is the other thing else, and I completely forgot to change the music. So that side, Nag, Japanese broadcast. That side is Mr. That side is Narakav, and the FCD side, the official FCD stream, will be P.O.V.S, Bowser, and Nida. As we jump into the Mute City in 3, 2, 1, let's go! So you're aware that Yosh and Nag-san will be both jumping off at the end of the ramp, so they can give you the broadcasting one. So we don't pay attention to those two. Nag jumping off on the live right now. And now we're doing the same. Yosh doing the same. So let's jump into the action right now. So we got Naraka and Nessa down towards the bottom. P.O.V.S is shooting off at the front. So you're aware Mute City is a favourable track for the Fox and Blue Falcon. They have to shoot off into the distance. This is to try and make sure they keep in the pack. Both blue machines staying well out of the way. Thank you very much, gentlemen. So we're getting around the end of the opening lap. Nike plus I has got the Skyway. Mr. had to use it early. No one getting a grey machine. Narakav using it just at the exit of the pit just to try and get it round the corner, and successfully does. Yato is right up there too. Does exactly the same thing. Nida has got a KO on the grey side on the bottom right screen. Narakav trying to save energy. Easy tactic to do. 90 can only survive this second lap. And it looks like all the comfortable players are doing so right now. That's good. Narakav's a little bit behind on the other side, unfortunately. That will be sorted out momentarily. The other race is still in. P.O.V.S is currently in front. And with the Golden Fox, this track is a Fox favourite track. Heck, let us not forget. Narakav running desperately low on energy. Whoa, that red was dangerous there. all the way down in 55th, 60th now. 80 can only survive from this next out. Nida's only down in 65th. What's the plan here for Naraka? You just try to wait it out, but you are risking it here. You're risking the biscuit the way out the rank out here. Orpheus down at towards the bottom because everybody else caught up with the Skyway. A late Skyway there for Naraka. Nida is still trying to survive. Bowser's on the Skyway right now. Everybody is living on this one. 60-second misser. That was a rough race for him. 52nd for Naraka. 25th Orpheus. 26th Bowser. 48 for Nida. That was a rough event for those people. This is rough. This is tough. This is tough. This is a rough of the tumble. This one. And looks like everybody was under 2 minutes. So we need to sort out a couple of things very, very quickly. As we now move in to the next track. Which is, well, which is Big Blue, of course. We're shooting off now. Remember Naga Yoshi providing the broadcasting setup, so they don't need to be worrying about that. What we need to be worrying are Mr. Naraka, Orpheus, Bowser, and Nida. So good starts, well, reasonable starts there. For the best start of that one was actually Bowser. Nida is in trouble already. Down towards the mid pack, down towards the rear of the pack. Remember, 75th and above, you'll be able to survive this opening lap. Currently, we've got Japanese at the very front, where you're looking on Nida, flat screen on the right. Mr. Scott the Skyway, using it on the corner. We've also got Tennymac, who also used it. We've got a Japanese goose at the front. Tennymac in second. Mr. now up to C. Oh no, Orpheus is ranked out on the bottom right. I know this cup is tough, but come on now. This is a tough event for everybody involved. We've lost Orpheus on their second lap, 77th, when you need to be 75th. Oh, that's gonna hurt for them. Elsewhere, Naraka and Mr. are still stuck in the 20s. It's Bowser currently leading after a Skyway usage. Nida also using the Skyway. Doesn't get any higher than 25th. Naraka and Mr. are both waiting to try and get another Skyway used. Mr. is still in a good position here, keeping the energy in play. Hey, while also making sure they don't hit any reds, don't do anything silly. Good tactics here from Mr. Now they've got Skyway, using it here just to try and get around the hairpin and also to get around the first section and also get the boost as well. Small semi-yeet there for Mr. That's good. Naraka also doing the same tactics. Slightly higher top speed for Bouncers up in 4th. We're looking at Nag. We've also got Gooses, everybody else who's looking for a lap 4 Skyway. Nida also got Skyway. Remember, 60th above in order for you to survive. Nida using it here. It's going to be a bit of an extension here because the leaders, Mr. Naraka and a Japanese goose search flying off flying in there. Oh, Blue Machine trying to cause a little bit of a nightmare. Naraka squeezing through. Jen squeezing through again. Another Skyway. Mr. taking that one. We're the first. Naraka 4th, Bowser 17th, and Nida 27th. We lost Orpheus in that one. Ranked out on the opening lap. And we can't really tell who else. We lost a lot of Japanese players now. Maricap's also gone, crashed out towards the end. And Maricap is 4th. So now we move on and we go on to another race. So now we move on to Sand Ocean. Nice on the un. As everybody shoots off into the race distance now for Sand Ocean. The only Sand Ocean in the game. The only one who's really in a reasonable position is Nida, having got 1 Grey KO at Big Blue. Grey KOs, so you're aware, will get a little bit of energy back to you and also increase your energy meter by a small increment. Getting a player KO also increases your energy bar but gives you a full complement of energy back again. Mr. getting the Skyway already at the end of in the middle of the first hour, trying to shoot off into the distance. We've got Master A1 at the very front. Must have got some KOs at the front. Now Cav is in 38, using the Skyway in the twisty sections. Everybody's got a different tactic on what to use on the Skyway, and we have buffering, people. We can't tell what's going on around us because there's a bit of buffering. But what we can safely say for sure is that a few people are going to be all living on this lap. We can't tell whether neither it misses it. Listen, Mr. Psych is in a bit of a bother. But this is nothing new to Mr. They should know what they're doing. He knows what he's up to. He knows what he needs to do. Using a boost to keep themselves in position. Nyocat's in trouble here. Down at 55th. Down at 52nd. Needs to be top 50, remember, to survive. And it's a bit of a struggle here for the Swede. Oh, gets Skyway. Has to use it though, but they're still in rank out. They're in trouble. Oh, the machine's going. And Nyocat is out of there. So we've lost Nyocat at the end of the second lap of Sound Ocean. So we're down to 45. So we're down to 50. We are halfway through the people rankings. Mr. currently in the top 20s. We also lost Heatred and Telemac on that lap. Yazzo's also gone. We lost Shelley, Sparky as well on the first lap of Sound Ocean. Yeah, this is a tough Prix. That's all I'm saying on the matter. Nyocat doesn't know how on earth that happened, but we're all surviving still. Currently, the Japanese players are somewhere out the front. Master is still keeping up at the front. Shellam Ireland's actually in the lead at this point. Nag's in third in the Goose. Who's Mr. using a Skyway again to try and get themselves to safety. Does exactly that. 40, remember, you need to be a 40 and above in order to survive this one. Neither missing the gold bumper. That might be problematic, but Mr.'s kept energy in play here. Good job here from Mr. And that gets him 8th. 21st for Nida. Bowser just scraping in at 37th. We lost a lot more Japanese players on that last lap. We're just having a look right now. Luxor squad as well. Pretty much status quo towards the top. And we might have lost Ireland. And no, we didn't lose Ireland. Ireland's coming in 4th. So now we move on to Deathwind. DW. This one you need to be careful of because you're going to have the wind's going to blow you off in different directions. It's an oval, so Stingrays may well have a bit of a struggle here. If any Stingrays are still alive, like your Master A1s, it might be a bit of a struggle. It's not so bad now because of the update which we had. So as we jump up into the oval section, passing the plate, we're just having a look all around. Mister's got no KOs, by the way. Neither is only got the one. Bowser's probably also got just the one KO as we just passed through the opening lap. Remember, 35 only. 35th and above, you'll be alright. Anything below 35th at the end of this opening lap, you're down. 36 downwards, you're out. And also, because this track is so simple, you've got to be careful with your boost mileage. Can Mr. survive the opening lap? Yeah, well, I had to use Skyway towards the end of it. Everybody to survive that opening lap at least. Well, it doesn't look like it to me because I can't tell on the Bowser side. It might be a little bit out of this. Is it a little bit delayed? We don't know. Yeah, we're all surviving, so we just all survived. Nida's currently in 4th. Bowser using the Skyway at the top. Mr. currently in 2nd place right now. Remember, 30th or above. We're all surviving still, so 25 left with 2 to go. Nida's running low on energy, and so is Bowser. Both are in the struggling areas of the top. Both of them look like they could well be struggling towards the end of their set. Mr. still got energy to play with. It's Japanese currently at the front. Oh no, Nida's in trouble. Can they get themselves out? No, they cannot. Nida's out. Bowser's also in trouble. They didn't actually try to get Skyway, but they're stuck in the early 20s here. You don't want to be in that. Mister's also struggling for energy usage too. Be careful of the reds. Those reds are troll-like. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that. Mister having to use boost. Currently in 12th right now. Blue machines everywhere. Trying to survive out. Bowser's also ranked out. Mister just surviving. 14th place with Mister, the only one to live. We lost Edward in that race. We lost Nag. Leon. Okay, we lost Snyder. We already saw. We lost Master on the last lap. We lost Mengs on the last lap too. So it's all to play for going into silence. The Japanese players are currently ruling the roost at the top.
We've been lovingly crafted.
And now we go on to another race. Which race is this? It's silence. It's silence indeed as we move on now. We can only see the P.O.V.S of Mr. on this one because Mr. was the only one out of our streaming quartet that had survived. We also have Kleiman who also managed to survive that round, which is good news for them. Currently, Japan is ahead. Everybody's just waiting up for the gold bumper. Mr. definitely having to come to a stop at that point. Some people have got it, some people haven't. Mr. doesn't have Skyway at this stage. And to get through the chicane sections. No one gets maxed out here unless you're well behind and the game tells you, oh, you're not here anymore. Other than that, it's just a straight race to the finish. Mr's trying to keep an eye on things. Flawed coming in 7th place. Climbers currently in 8th. No Skyway though for the Blue Falcon driver. Ooh, a bit of an incident there. A few incidences actually. It's hard to tell whether Mr's actually got this right or not. Trying to get energy, trying to get sparks. Might have misjudged this one though. The Goose might have misjudged it. Well, someone's going flying off. We actually lost somebody somewhere down the line. Don't know how, but we did. Kleiman got a Skyway on that last sector. Mr. wisely deciding to go for the finisher. You just need to finish these things. Finishing the lasers just about enough. Oh, he gets the Skyway right at the very end. Only 16th place though for Mr. Just 16th only. Japan went out in that one. Looking further down, Japanese ruling the roost in this night league. Ireland taking 3rd. Kleiman, Skyway, Flawed. Mr. in 9th. Really a lot of Japanese players. Colt in 11th place. Killer J's in 14th. That's a beautiful lot there. So that's the end of the night league. We are going to take a few minutes break before we jump into the Queen League, which is in about 15 minutes time, which starts at 2 o'clock UK time. Thank you for tuning in on the Night League. We'll see you again in the Queen League at 2 PM UK time. I'll catch you in a bit. Welcome back to the Galatic Grand Prix 5 with Captain JJ. We are now moving on to the Queen League, which is Mu City 2. Port Town, Red Canyon, and both Whitelands. Whiteland 1 and Whiteland 2, same rules as apply. We are moving into the 3rd event out of the 5. We are at the halfway point. We saw a lot of action in the Night League and the Miniprix. We're now carrying on this action and we're moving on to what can only be described as the Queen League. This will be an interesting league. So we're going to jump in pretty much straight away here. We're waiting on the other people just to get their codes and all that. The code. Keep to the code. Aye, the code. So we haven't got much time left at the moment. Usual rules are here. We've also changed up the streaming schedule a little bit. We've also changed up the streaming schedule a little bit so that we're going to have other people who are joining in on the room, joining in on the action. Next stream is off for the time being. We've replaced it with a few more P.O.V.S. We've got Edwards in his P.O.V.S on now, and we've also got Colt. So without further ado, let's jump into the action. So we've got on the very top left, we have got Mr. Stream, that's still here. We've also got Narakav, we've also got the FZero TV, P.O.V.S, Bowser Nider. On the right, we have Edward, and on the very bottom, we have Colt. So as we jump into Mute City 2, we also notice I'm on this side of the room now, and the FCD logo is on that side. Remember, Flan and Yosh will be crashing out here to prevent themselves from being involved in any of the action and already having a bad beginning. Not good. There goes Nagsan and there goes Yosh on the left hand side. They're going to go into the dip already. Remember Skyway usage. We also got Cole, who's in the green Amazon, which is the BS FZero equivalent. Even though it's the worst machine in that game, it's actually got the same statistics as the Wild Goose. Edward currently having a bit of a nightmare towards the back, just waiting on Skyway usage, just like he's gonna get it at the end of this lap. Remember, 95th or above, and they are currently in 88th position. Mr. currently in 10th right now. Narakav moving into the lead. Well, did temporarily move into the lead. Ed is using his Skyway just before the section of the beautiful loveliness. Rejoins in about 55th position, now dropping that down to 60. But another chance of Skyway will come later on for him, I'm sure. We've got Goose leading, Narakav in second, Mr. down in the mid-60s. Edward is currently in the 50s, getting a bit more on the sky. Was that a little bit too much though? That is the next question. That is a question, and we might need to ask. Skillfully avoiding the blue. Oh no, we hit a grey. That is a problem, and a blue. Skyway is available now for Ed. Remember, 85th or above, and you'll be alright. Now Calvus now taking over the lead. Mr. is currently in 10th. Edward standing 72nd, while Colt is in 40th. As we move into the final lap, 80 players can progress going into Port Town 1. We also notice that Colt has got a KO, a grey KO for that. People are trying to get greys towards the end of this race. Edward using his Skyway a bit early. He's got the energy usage to do it though. Oh, is this going to get iffy around this final corner? It is extremely iffy. Narakav takes the arms on the first race. Mr. taking 12th. Ed taking 25th. 45th as well for Colt. Nider 11th. Bowser 63rd. Orpheus 53rd. What a flying piece of action that was in that first round. We got Narakav, who ranked out as Sanderson in the Night League last time round, who's currently in first place. Good job there from the Swedish player. We now move on into our next race, which will be Port Town. The first of the Port Towns will be coming along now very shortly. There we go. We're on Port Town with number 1. So we've got our Port Town music. We've got the Port Town music as we go for the next round. Next one. Here we go. Here we go for the next round. Port Town. This is going to be interesting for the Sting race. So we got the 3, the 2, and the 1, and we're going! We are flying off into the race distance. Let's go for this next race. Colt's a little bit behind. There we go. We sorted that out. No problemo! So we're going now. Remember, 75th or above and you'll be alright. We actually lost one too many players in that last lap last time round. So, Ed's in trouble already. In the rank out zone is the American FZero SNES legend, I may add. One of the best players in the vanilla SNES game. One of the very best. But it looks like he's having a bit of an issue trying to survive this first. Oh, a smack of the wall is not going to do much help. But it looks like they're all going to be surviving lap 1. Indeed they do. Ed tries to go for this. It looks like he's going to get Skyway on this lap. The bumping and bashing and boring. Narakav down towards 70th. This is going to be a bit of a problem for Narakav. Both of them using it in the same place. Colt has got energy, but not the bits. 75th or above on this lap and you'll be alright. Looks like everybody is going to be surviving this lap. They do indeed. It looks like it's decided to buffer. Not good. Not good. You don't like that. Don't like the buffering. I don't like buffering. And it's not down to connection, me either. We're all surviving just about though. Ed is kind of doing the best. Mr.'s not too far behind. Energy uses might well be a bit of a problem along with Skyway, but Ed is just what Ed's trying to do here is keep his speed, which is exactly what you need to do as a Stinger. 60 above now. Everybody is still living. Ed does need Skyway though. Skyway is going to be coming shortly, I'm sure. And there it is. So Skyway, using it here, should be able to live this one. Shelius dropping down a little bit too early for my liking. For their liking. Missa is going to live that one. Oh no, Cola's gone. Got taken out at the end. Anna just survived for Orpheus at 56th. Third Bowser. Fourth Missa. 26th for Noah Cow. 9 to 25th and Edward down in 35th. Oof. A rough one. Let's have a look and see what's going on in the leadership. We can't really tell who's at the top right now. Japan are keeping top of this one. As we move on now. To Red Canyon number 1. Once I find the music, of course. We jump in. Let's play. Let's go racing. Ed's having a good start here. I'm surprised we lost Colt with that 1K. I must have got unlucky towards the end. Remember, it's 55th or above on this first 7 RC in order to keep yourselves alive. Skyway usage is also going to be king here. There is an extension you can do here. Narikav's already in trouble. 58th. Ooh, this is going to be a problem here for Narikav. Can he keep himself alive? He's very, very close to ranking out there, just managing to live. Everybody else is still just about living, though. We lost quite a few of the Japanese players on that lap. And we've also lost Gareth, someone Gao, too. Narikav using the Skyway. You should be able to get... No, he doesn't get the extension. Mr. going to use his a little bit later. And Ed used it in the same place. Ed is not too far behind Mr. here. Not going to get the extension to get you around the hairpin though, but it does put you in a good position. Narikav, however, is not in a good position. 45th or above here, you got to be now. Ooh, this is going to be problematic here for Narikav, and he's missed a gold bumper too. This is not looking good for the Swede who won on MC2, don't forget. People have got Skyways. They are going to be living. Oh, Narikav's in trouble here. Gone. We also lost Nida on that lap too. So we lost Nida and Narikav. This is a rough lobby, alright. Narikav's chances went as soon as he hit that blue machine. Ed doesn't have Skyway, but he just needs to get round the section. He's going to do that. He's going to survive. He does survive. Missa taking second place in that one. 21st Bowser, Orpheus 37th, and 32nd for Ed. Japan ruling the roost this time round. Narikav had at 48th. But yeah, this is definitely turning into one of these. This is a tough lobby. These races are tough. Thank you, Amazon. We jumped in a bit late, but we're back again now for what can only be described as madness. We are right now 1. Skyway is going to be crucial. Energy usage is going to be crucial. You got to be finishing 35th or higher in order to survive this first lap. Remember, we've got no Narikav, Colt, or Narikav, Nida, or Colt at this stage. Ed is already in trouble, down in 35th, but with Skyway. Oh no, that's not gone well. Oh, Ed's misjudged the usage of. Oh my goodness me, Ed has misjudged the Skyway usage, and he's out of there. Just landed too early there for the Skyway to be effective, and that's it. That's all it takes in this lobby. Right idea to get the Skyway. Unfortunately, the execution is not there for Edward, and he's out on the same lap as he was in the on the nightly. You see, Missa gets it right this time. We also lost Orpheus on that lap too, so it's just Bowser and Missa left in the running now, as both players are just trying to survive. It is looking around as well. We're looking at all over the places we are here. Okay, just currently run that race, and that was an expert. We're just having a look on the expert side. Expert is not being broadcasted here. So we're not looking at the expert class. Missa is still living. Final lap, so 20 can survive here. We lost a few more Japanese players on that lap. Bowser currently in danger of rank out, but needs the Skyway. Has the Skyway. It's all going to be down to usage, whether they can survive. Missa's running low on energy. Yes, Bowser's got it right. So Bowser will live. 4th place goes to Missa. More yeets. Bowser survives in 8th place. Japan ruling the roofs. Missa, the only one non-Japanese player. We lost Marika on that last lap, along with a lot more Japanese players. So many people are going out here. So now we move on to Whiteland. Only Missa and Bowser are living out of the P.O.V. viewerships. Missa is one of the top players so far in this league. He's kept it consistent. Oh, thank you. And thank you again. Keeping me well nourished in this little block here. It's been a pretty useful time with this. So as we go through now, Missa is going to try and keep it in play. Remember, no rank outs here, unless you're too far behind or you didn't get going. A lot of the races are going to be rating on the gold bumper appearing. There it is, as I said, gold bumper. Oh, Missa got a good amount there. Let's hope this time he doesn't misjudge the... Let's hope he doesn't misjudge it this time with the energy usage, well, the Skyway usage. Oh no, that's not going right. He had to turn to the hairpin in order to make sure to use it. Good awareness there from Missa. So to try and turn to the right hand side, he's able to get the Skyway usage, and it's worked out beautifully. It's worked out reasonably well for him. He's the first of the rivals, and then a load of Japanese players, with the Japanese also coming in play. Those of interested spectators, Cybon is currently in 2nd place in this one. Missa currently down in 11th place, but with superior energy. Many poor people are using their Skyways. Final lap now. It's all going to come down to this. Missa currently down in 15th place. Cybon is currently at the front with the is coming in 2nd place with a Stingray. Got to be careful around this last section, as the red machines are not very forgiving in this last part. Oh, Missa has only got 1 boost left. Currently in 12th. Can things still happen? Oh, he's messed up the engine. Everybody will survive. The Fox Japan. Simon taking 2nd there. Shedius taking 3rd. A load of gooses surviving in this one. Bowser only 19th this time. Island getting 9th. Let's have a look and see what we are on the ranks. We know we lost Ed on the rank out. Narakav ranked out. Missa survived to the end. 3rd place for Missa. Japan taking the honours. Nag getting 2nd. Missa dropping down to 3rd. Simon taking 6th. Island taking 7th. It's really affected by the Flan lobby. The Flan... it's NATO taking the honours over Nag and Missa in the Queen League. That ends the block for the Queen League. Next up is the King. And that's in 15 minutes from now. We'll see you then. Until then, keep on watching FZero TV. Welcome back to Galatic Grand Prix 5. Captain JJ back here. We've already done the Queen. Quick update for you. Miniprix has been gone. Right hour above our A won the night, followed by Sam and Dancho and Island. While in the Queen League we had Naito, Nag and Missa as our top 3. We now move on to the King League. The King, as it's known. Damian Lewis or Hannah Wadderingham, I don't know which one. But either way, it's the turn of the King. It's the King's turn. So we go now to see what we're going to do for this one. Remember, the code is not to be shown. And we're not seeing it until much later on. This is going to be a close one. This is going to be good. So it's really going to be a case of it's going to be survival of the fittest so far. All those who have survived 3 out of 3 cups so far are in the prime positions to be at the very front. In this ultra competitive lobby with the FZero Discord, the Flan lobbies, the Nagasans, all that. So, as we know, just wait for all the positions. Same P.O.V.S as before. So we've got Mr. Narakaf, MCD Live, Edward, and Colt as all our positions. We are getting very close now to getting this started. Very close now. We're going to be good. So for all you guys wondering, King League is Mutiny 3, Deathwind 2, Port Town 2, Red Canyon 2, and the dreaded Firefield. So without further ado, let's go racing. It would kind of happen if I had all the right bits in there, won't it? Just so you know, Naxan and Yorsh will be jumping off at the end of the jump areas where we go into the track, so they don't get involved in any of the racing. So we jump in now. Let's go racing. Yes, Yorsh crashing out. Yeah, Nags also crashed out. So we move on. So we might be a little bit behind on this one. People are in different areas of the track, so this requires me to do a couple of little things to get themselves back into contention. Like so. So we're just putting a pause in on that one. Edward's already got Skyway. We've also got Skyways for Colt 2. Colt also managed to get Skyway in that situation. Edward is currently at the front. Now we're Captain 41st. Neither Orpheus Battle are somewhere in the mid pack. Edward's going to try and take this to the bank and get ahead and stay ahead. This is a good performance so far for Ed as the veteran is moving his way through the areas. Making sure he only uses one boost at a time, but he is going to get caught up though by the batting lot behind who are battling just to keep themselves alive and also just to try and get some Skyway too. Mr.'s also very close to getting a Skyway in 8th. Nairacal's got a Skyway in the 41st. Carlton is having to use their Skyway a little bit earlier than usual, put themselves up to the top 15 now. But we'll need to find another way to get a Skyway though. Ed is still currently leading, keeping ahead. Good final turn there from Ed. Nairacal's pushed himself up to 6th. Mr.'s currently in 12th. Neither Baz and Orpheus are still stuck in the 40s and 50s. This might be a bit of a problem for him. Ed is still continuing on with that big lead he's got. This is where it gets interesting in this last session. Well avoided. And show why he is. I'm not going to say anything yet. Blue Machine Central. Good avoidance there from Ed. Beautiful stuff there from Ed. And he takes the Stingray victory. Mr. 6th. Naraka 4th. Orpheus 67th. Bowser 72nd. Nida 59th. And Colt all the way down in 68th. Ooh, some real upset. Some real strange things in the book. We did lose quite a few of them early on. We're not going to go too far. We did lose quite a few. So we now move on to Deathwind, which will be an interesting sort of track as we go on to our next race. So without further ado, let's go and change the music and go to Deathwind. And we're going. 3, 2, 1, go. So we're going, remember, Mr. top left, Narakav top right, FZero middle left, and Edward middle right. Colt bottom. Myself on the bottom left, and the FZero logo, who is kindly providing us with the streamer for this event, is also shown on the right. So 75th or above on this first lap. Skyway is going to be crucial, and also hitting plates. Ed is trying to keep himself alive, trying to keep himself. This is where it gets tricky for a lot of people. He's missed the plate and therefore had to use a boost. Ed is still in trouble here. This is not a good situation to be in for Ed, who won on MC3. So long as you stay 75th, you'll be alright. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Just about living. Oh my goodness me. This is a tough track for the Stingray. If Ed only just managed to survive lap 1, heaven knows what's going to happen later on down the race. And uh-oh, this is a problem. This is a problem. He's got Skyway, so I don't know why he's not using it. Oh, that's costly. Ed's out in 74th. Mr. having a bit of trouble elsewhere. Nida's still in. He's currently in top 3. I don't know what on earth happened with Ed there. All I know is he had a bit of a moment. Decided not to use Skyway and then just ranked out for it. Ooh. Unfortunate. Meanwhile, Manarikav's in the top 5. Missa is currently in 12th. Make sure you avoid all the reds. Don't want to hit any of those reds towards the end of the lap. Colt is currently somewhere down the back. Narikav is still... Oh, what on earth was those connections? Narikav can't boost here. Uh-oh, Missa's in power down. This is bad. This is bad. No, that's it. Missa's out. We lost Missa too, for good measure. Good grief. Narikav getting home 8th. 43rd for Orpheus. 28th for Bowser. 4th for Nida. 27th for Colt. Well, that's just changed things up a bit, hasn't it? That has completely changed the form book. So we lost the winner of round 1, Ed, very early on in that race. So we now move on to our next track, which will be Port Town. Port Town 2 will be next up. We also lost Missa in that race, who crashed out on the final lap. As we go 3, 2, 1, we play. Let's go. So Port Town 2 is a little bit longer. 55th or above on the end of the first half and you'll be alright. Ooh, dear me, Nightcat's already in problems. The Stingrays are in trouble already. This is not looking so hot. This is not looking so hot for them. Unless your name is Cybon, who's right towards the front. Ooh, that's a bit of a kiss and a push and a bump. You don't want to be in this situation. Nightcat using it early there to try and make sure to get around the 2 hairpins. Done exactly that, and skipping the last part too. That's going to help out enormously. That's not going to help out though, getting pushed out wide like that. Skyway usage of plenty here, and Noah's out just like that. What on earth happened there? Nightcap's gone already. No idea what happened there, but the rest of them are still circulating. Nightcap's figuring out what on earth happened. Ooh, it was 55th. We've lost another machine who just crashed out. Everybody else is still circulating. Oh no, Nightcat got caught out for some reason. Don't know whether it was that, but it was definitely 54th across the line. Ended up 56th. That is so strange. What a strange way to go out for Nightcat. But that was not a rank out. On the screen there, 54th across the line to end up 56th. No, not good, I'm afraid. That's a game issue. A few more ranked out. We're down to 45 now, with 40 places up for grabs for RC2. All those who are trying to get Skyway may well be in a better position. Colt has got a KO. Nida, Bowser, and Orpheus are still progressing. KO there for Orpheus. A great KO, definitely going to help them out. And good use of boostage as well, but that was in somewhere down in the 20th. So, running low on energy. That's not looking too hot. He survived though. 16th, 14th. Nida surviving at 38th, and 4th place for Count. Minecraft really should not have ranked out there. That's all I'm saying on the matter. Nag is currently leading ahead of Cybon as we move now into RC2. So, RC2 is next up. Let's jump in. I don't quite understand how Nyacaf ranked out. So we're looking now. We've only got P.O.V.S now for Colt, Nida, Orpheus and Bowser, who are the 4 streaming side of it left in this competition. 35th or above on the RC2 lap, and that's fine, you'll be alright. Tennymac is currently there, rushing on edge screen in the 20s. Anyone who gets Skyway here is going to be in a good position. Stingray did get Skyway, and it's a good Skyway too. Looks like Colt also got a good Skyway, pushing themselves up the field, up to 3rd place there. Not for Nida though! Nida's ranked out at the end of lap 1 of RC2, so they're out of it. Tennymac might well be the next one. Remember, 34 above is the prime position to be in. It's really a battle of the geese at the front. Nag is currently leading this one. And we don't need to look at the pictures there. Mister, get back on the screen. We've lost another rider. We lost another rider. It might be Tennymac actually. Might have just gone there. I'm not entirely certain, but it definitely looked like somebody did go out. 25th or above now for RC2. 25th or above is what's required for these races to survive. Currently it's Goose, Lunar Bomber, and Cybon. Oh, the blue machine proving a bit of a havoc. Nag getting. Is that Nag? Yeah, looks like Nag just getting the last second Skyway to survive. We're going on to the final lap now. 20th or above. Only 20 players can go to Firefield, remember. But this is looking. Colt's in a good position here. Look at the way. Look how much. Well, it's not so much on the energy front, but they're very close to Skyway here. Just need a few more bits and bobs, and then there'll be 5 for the Skyway. But can they get that last bit? All it needs is one last bit to get across. Blue machines everywhere. No. This is bad. Yeah, oh, they got it. Oh, rank up for Bowser. We also lost Orpheus on one of the laps. Colt is the only survivor. Colt just surviving there, but everybody else ranked out. So we've only got the Colt P.O.V. this time around. Nag survived. We're just having a look and see what the entries are like. So Nag is still leading this ahead of Cybon. As we know, what we're going to be described as Firefield, the finale of this King League. So as we go now for the King League, we are flying. Let's go flying in this King League. Quite a few of the Stingrays did. Only a few Stingrays survived this one. I can't remember what it's called. I don't know. Can't really tell because all the names are a little bit too small on my end. So flying back. Oh, don't know what happened there. We lost Ireland in. We actually lost Ireland 2 in Porttown in the same Porttown race. Some people are just waiting for that machine. There's a golden bumper coming through. Some people might get it better. It's all going to be down to the skill level that everybody out there at the moment. We've got loads of people watching, just watching other parts. Currently leading is the Un. Shooting off into the distance. I'm not sure what the energy is like for the Un. Colt with the green Amazon. Just waiting for a lap 3 Skyway. And good energy usage too for the green Amazonian. Not even needing the boost. Oh, Skyway's at the ready now for the green Amazon driver. Also the Stingray. Oh, now it has view. And that is what currently watching Cybon in the other Stingray, who had to wait for... I don't know what they're waiting for, but they definitely had a bit of an issue there. Nag is currently in 4th with a Skyway too. Will they have to use it a bit later, or will they just use it? Yeah, use it straight away. But they're not going to get as big of a extension as anyone else would probably hope. So Nag falls into the middle of that group of those grey machines. Not many people actually made good use of this. Not many people could get the Skyway extension there. But Nag has got a comfortable lead by the look of this. Oh, Colt smacking a red. Ooh, that looked a bit painful. Just about living though. Oh, someone going down the non-hill route. That's brave. Nag is still leading. Cybon is currently in 2nd. Ooh, yeah, it's looking a little bit tight. As we head into the last lap now of the King League. Maybe these players having a brilliant time with this. FZero comes in. Oh, that was cheeky from that goose. Looks like the Stingray has fallen backwards. Cybon's down to 5th. Many people had last lap Skyways. That's it. It's all over. We got a winner. Japan winning again. Nag taking 2nd. That is 8th for Colt. Yoshi and Ike also shout out to them as well. Marika got 6th in that race. Akari in 9th. But yeah, this is a exceptionally tough lobby to be in. They don't call it the Galatic Grand Prix for nothing. That's all I'm saying on the matter. They don't call it for nothing. Orpheus went out early. So did Ed. So, we've got a Nag victory this time round. Cybon taking 3rd. Quite a close affair on that one. That's all I'm saying on the matter. We've got another 12-13 minute break before we jump into what will be the last of the Origins, which will be the newly added Ace League. So we'll see you then, but until then, keep on watching FZero TV. Welcome back to the Galactic Cup 5 on FZero 99. Captain JJ back at the helm. Just a quick recap for you. The Miniprix results are disappeared. Knight was hour above A, followed by Simon Danjo and Ireland. Queen was Naitoro, Nag, Missa, and then the King was just happened. Nag, Sparky, and Arcady and Cybon tied 3rd. We are now moving our way onto the Ace League, which is the final league. It was the Satellaville League that was reconstructed for FZero 99, and we get to race all these tracks. So this is Mu City 4, Sandstorm 1, Big Blue 2, Sandstorm 2, Sinus 2. So we've got a good variety of tracks around here. So let's have a look and see what we're going to do with this one. This is going to be a tough league. This is going to be a mixed match of tracks where KOs are going to be pivotal in order to survive. Looks like the races are going in now. The races are going to be all ready to go. So let's start right away. But first of all, who have we got on board this Ace League? This time for the Ace League. Mutiny 4, Sandstorm 1, Big Blue 2, Sandstorm 2, Silence 2. Let's jump into the action. Excuse me. 3, 2, 1, and then we are away. Remember that yours and Flansan will be jumping off the track at the end of the pit area. We'll be jumping off at the end as we are using them for P.O.V. For P.O.V. viewership. P.O.V. For the P.O.V. As yours jumps off like so. There we go, we're all good now. Yours just popped off. Remember, 95 people on the end of the first lap. We get to 80 people at the end of Mute City 4. This is known to be a Fox favored track, but everybody else should be living here. Indeed they are. Everybody else is still living. We've got other people who are going to be struggling. Hey, the Stingrays will tend to struggle around here still because of the amount of dash plates required here. Because of the amount of dash plates there are, they're going to struggle. Some people are just trying to use the jump. Colt was in a pretty awkward position here. Somewhere down in the 70s. That is, oh, they're very close to ranking up. This is an issue here for Colt. You don't want to be in this position. Oh, they can't get the golden bumper either. Ed is in 30. He's currently in the early 30. Oh, he's dropped right down the field. Orpheus is coming towards the front of the field as everybody else is just racing around. Can Colt survive just? But 80th, and you're only allowed to get up to 80th. Gets a KO. Managed to get a KO, but missing the gold bumper again. That's going to be disastrous for them. Oh no! This is bad news here for. This is bad news for Colt. Can they live it? That's the question. 83rd, 82nd, 80th. They just about made it. 7th for Nairo, 16th for Missa, 60th for Ed, 79th for Colt, 14th for Nida, 8th for Orpheus, and 30th for Bowser. We lost View, Hordle, and a Furious. Green Gecko is also out. This is going to be a tall order. This is going to be a bit of a tough Prix for a lot of people here. So now we move on to Sandstorm 1. Sandstorm 1, we go! And that's your Colt, who's definitely having a bit of a struggle on that side. It's a bit of an issue here. We've got the 7 P.O.V. viewpoint. Remember, 75th or above on this first lap and you'll be alright. Ed is in a bit of a pickle here because Stingray stars are just awful. You've got to be controlled and aggressive. This is not looking too promising for Ed. You've got to avoid the buys. Oh, people are hitting them though. Skyway might well be necessary here. Ed will survive his first lap, but look how much energy he's got. He's got hardly any energy left at all. Everybody survived that first lap. Colt managing to get back on again. Using the Skyway. Not sure if a Skyway, but yeah, it does help them out. It will help them a little bit later on down the line. Ed using his a little bit earlier. Can he get the extension? Yes, he can. He got the extension and pushes himself up. Back up through the field. Everybody surviving the second lap. Currently, Naricap using the Fox, actually, I've just realised. Naricap on the Fox for the Ace Prix is currently leading. Oh, hits a red for good measure. Not good driving there from Naricap. 65th or above now for everybody else. Ooh, this is going to be pretty precarious. Oh, Ed didn't get it, but should. Yes, should. Oh, we've lost Orpheus and we've lost Nida. Orpheus and Nida are out of the running. Nida crashed out. Orpheus ranked out. Ed is low. Really marginally low on energy. Good use of the Skyway. This should take him to the end of the race. Missa is flying up. I've not actually spoken much on Missa, but a good drive. Or nonetheless, Ed just scraping across the line. Lightning McQueen style. Second for Missa. 37 for Naricap after that. 18 for Ed. 4th for Colt. 27th for Bowser. While Orpheus and Nida ranked out and crashed out. the Japanese at the front. Japanese at the front once more. If I could have, if I can actually find my mouse. So 2 rounds done so far. Team Japan are still at the very top of the game. So now we move on to Big Blue. No Nida or Orpheus. So those viewpoints are just spectating. So now we move on to Big Blue 2. 60 competitors in this one. And we'll be dropping that by a third. So we'll only have 40 at the end of this race. Ed is having a bit of a struggle here. We actually only have 58 people, so 3 people will go out on this first lap. You don't want to be any one of those 3 people, though. I know that feeling a little bit too well. Ed had to use his early there. Bit too early, but should be able to make it past the cut. Yep. No, some people can use it a bit earlier than that. Oh, a blue machine there. Don't want to be involved in that one. They're down in the early 30s there. You need to be 50 or above to survive. Bowser currently in the late teens. And it's just going to survive this lap. And 40th, 45 left. Oh, Nyocaf only just living. This is going to be a problem though for the Swedish driver in the Fox. Needs to get a Skyway. Ed himself is also struggling with energy usage, but has a Skyway. Should be able to get around the corner, yes, but it's now going to be a question of whether you can survive. Yes, you can. You only just survived. People are still living. Bowser's in the top 4 right now. Both Nyocaf and Ed are in the rank out zone. Ed gets a KO. Just to try and might help them out towards the end of the race. So Nyocaf running low. They've still got the energy, but this is still good, just enough to survive, I think. Oh, we've lost all cut. Lovely. I don't like the fact when it does this. We lost all buffering. Does that Ed just survive? Colt, can they make it? Yes. Bowser 5th, Mr. 11th, Nyocaf 29th, 32nd for Ed, 38th for Colt. Can't tell whether we lost anybody notable in that one. Whoops, that was not the right screen. We're now back on to Sandstorm 2. We now move on to Lightning. No, that's not Lightning. We are now on Sandstorm 2. Can anybody survive? This field will be split in half again. Some people have had good starts, some people have not had such good starts. Oh, Ed's getting a bit of a push, but will live. That push was not a good sign there. Oh, already end of problems. Everybody surviving that first lap. Nyocaf in trouble, but has got the Skyway. Has to use it though, pretty much instantly, in order to make sure that he keeps himself safe. There's still a good placement for it. Ed is up there too, but needs another Skyway. All these players really do need just another Skyway just to be safe. Uh-oh, Mister's in trouble. Just living though. Needs a Skyway, big time. Big time needs a Skyway. We've lost Bowser. So we're down to 30. 25 can live. Oh, Mister's having a nightmare here in this Ace League. Also needs to get a Skyway. Otherwise, we'll be saying goodbye to Mr. And that would not do. That would not do. It's going to happen. No, it's not going to happen, actually. But, oh, it did. It hit a red. Oh, he hit a grey one surviving. Hanging that lap. He's gone. He's out of it. Mr. down again. Oh, that was painful. Nyocalf also trying to live. Oh, no. Oh, don't. Graze, no. Just no. That was rude. Ed should just about live. Yeah, he does. And wins it. Good job there. Good job from Ed. Nyocalf also lives. And a KO for Colt at the end. Make sure they got 20th and the final surviving slot. 17th for Nyocalf. 20th there for Colt. Ooh, that was touch and go there. That's for certain. We also lost Dandelion on that one too, based on the rankings. As we now move on to the final race. So that's 2 out for Mr. Bowser ranked out. We now move on to what is Silence 2. All those who've got good energy can front run this. This is a front running track. This is a front running Stingray track. And Ed is very experienced with this sort of layer. The Stingray is also looking pretty good around here. You can actually do the shortcut without boosting here. Good jump there from Ed. Colt keeping up, not too far behind. Nyocalf coming in 6th. Ed is shooting off into the distance here. But Colt is keeping tabs with the American. How do you use booster in order to make sure Stingray can get through this without boosting? Uh-oh, Nyocalf's in trouble, and that's it. It's all over. Nyocalf's out of it on Silence 2. This is a notorious track, by the way, for people just crashing out. Who else is going to crash out? Some good driving there from Ed. Good avoidance. The Fox and Ed are right at it. Oh, Colt's hit something. Not much Skyway usage here either. Oh, Grey. Oh, just squeezing it through. Uh-oh. Oh, they're just losing it on the line to the Japanese Fox. Climbing got tied 3rd there. We're just looking at Nyocalf in 9th. We actually lost Nux and Akari on the very last bit. Nyocalf was the only non-finisher in that race. That has to hurt a little bit. But that is it. That's the lead done. Mr. crashed out. Orpheus ranked out. So did Nida. And so did Bowser. 13th, 20th and 16th. Winner of that one was a Japanese player again. Cybong taking 2nd. I can't remember who took 3rd. Yeah, we're getting the results through there. Artura, I think. Natura once more taking it. Then Cybon and Clyde taking the top 3. So that is it for the Origins Cup. Thanks everybody for tuning in on this Origins one. We may well be back a little bit later for the next lot of cups. And until then, keep on watching FZero TV.